I know you're over the moon about this.
It is a remarkable movie to tell you about. Ink. It is now showing at the Stars Film Center. Shot entirely in Colorado, this film is astonishing. Unlike anything I've ever seen, it really is a must-see.
And we give you and your family and everyone you know good dreams.
Ink is the story of the battle between good and evil over our souls when we sleep. A unique and bold story that is told with a visual style that truly transports you to a different world. A world the filmmakers dreamt up years ago.
The idea of the film really started, I guess, when I was a little kid, and I was madly in love with Snow White as a little kid, and but consequently was very afraid of the witch in Snow White and sort of the old woman form. And so when I would go to sleep at night, I was always convinced that the witch would come out and grab me out of bed and kidnap me.
The project was a labor of love for Jamin and Kiowa Winans. Shot on a shoestring budget, the entire process took 2.5 years. Every frame created here in Colorado.
We shot for 83 days all over the state. Every single frame was shot here in Colorado. From the incredible aspen forest up in Cobbler Pass outside of Crested Butte to downtown Denver, to Brighton, to Evergreen, all these places. And then Jamin and I worked on it in post-production for 14 months.
The result is an independent film that could go toe-to-toe with any Hollywood production. Having made its debut at the Santa Barbara Film Festival, the buzz is gaining steam from word of mouth and national praise.
Someone like yourself who is, a film geek like us and watches a lot of movies,
remembering camera angles.
Yeah, exactly. You can remember the camera angles and all those things. I think, we're trying to give something to people like us, but then we're trying to make it also really exciting for someone who doesn't watch a lot of films, and so we hope it's multi-layered and has a lot of different depths.
The movie begs for multiple viewings, catching something new every time.
Ultimately, the coolest thing that I foresee happening with this film is just it's really kind of remarkable timing. It is a very hopeful, uplifting story. It's packaged in some highly unique visuals, which makes it so unique, but bad economic times and everything that's been going on, people want a great place to escape to that makes them feel good, and I think that's what Ink is.
Love that the producers have just been signed by a very powerful agency in Los Angeles. They are very hopeful they will get a distribution deal. It is only playing at the Stars Film Center until April 9th, so you must run out and see it before it leaves.
Did you say it's hopeful?
Yeah, it has a hopeful story, but what sets it apart is not only the message of the film, and there are a lot of different layers, but just visually, it is visually unlike anything we've ever seen. I mean, it's just astonishing, and they did it all in Colorado,
Really.
From the opening credits to the ending credits. I mean, it's just visually stunning, an imaginative story. I just can't say enough about it.
14 months of post.
Right.
That's like one of your stories here at 9 News.
That's what it takes to do this.
That's exactly it. We've been creating this for...
Yes. No, but you must see it. It's just so unlike anything else you've ever seen.
That genre of movie is so popular right now. I mean, for the last 2 weekends, the Hunting in Connecticut or whatever it was, and the Nicolas Cage thing.
It's hard to actually, even when I was writing the story, it's hard to actually describe what the movie is about because it has so many different layers. I mean, it's not a horror movie. It has a very uplifting message. But it does kind of fall into the sci-fi fantasy genre as well. But everyone's going to love this. There's something for everybody in it. And just, again, visually, it is astonishing what they did on a shoestring budget in Colorado.
Well, I'm going to go see it. I just hope I don't need counseling for 3 months.
No. You should.
I'm already in counseling for your sake, so I guess I could combine that.
And wouldn't it be great then if they get this big contract or whatever and they continue to bring projects back here?
Well, that's a whole lot. I've done that story before.
I know.
Tax incentives, and we'll get to that again. But
we can dream, can't we?
But good for them for they're doing it in
great.
spite of the fact that we don't have any good tax incentives here in the state. So
right. Yeah.
That's another story. That is.
All here, all good.
All right, I will see it. I wish you great good luck. Hope I get a chance to see it.
April 9th. You got to see it before April 9th.
Okay.